What's up, everyone? Welcome back to today's video. Today we got a 2010 Acura TL and we're going to be replacing the alternator. This alternator I got from rockauto.com and that's the part number. I have the SH all-wheel drive 3.7 liter motor and I got the Denso, and it is actually remanufactured, and I think I bought it for like $220 or $40. And I really like Denso because that's what Honda uses most of the time for their alternators. So this is a well-known brand. And if I return my old alternator, I'll get $70 back. So I'll end up paying $100 and something for it, which is not bad at all. So Denso is what I really like, and it is remanufactured. It's not brand new. Brand new from Acura, I believe it's like close to $1,000 maybe, and remanufactured alternator from Acura, I think it's about $600. So I ended up getting this from Rock Auto. Looks pretty good. The reason why I'm replacing my alternator, because the fact that when I start the car in the morning, there's this whining noise from the alternator. Now from my K-tuner, I'm not gonna start the car, guys. It's like almost 12 in the morning and I want to wake the neighbors up. But I do have my battery voltage somewhere here. Here it is. And when the car is running, it's like at like 14.1 volts when the alternator is on. Alternator is actually good, guys, but it's just whining and it's noisy. So it's time to replace it. And this is how many miles I have, guys. I have 120,000 miles on this car now. So the alternator has lasted a very long time, and it's now time to replace it. First thing you want to do, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and remove both positive and negative battery terminals, just to be on the safe side. Once you have removed your battery terminal, it's time to take the drive belt off. So I got my drive belt tool. I'm gonna push away from me, and now I've got the tension off the belt. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I use a little hex key tool to put it in the hole, so that way the tensioner will stay put. Right now the drive belt is loose. I can take my tool off, take the drive belt off, bam, super easy. So putting that little keyway right here does help, because there's a little hole there. After you remove your drive belt, do not forget how the drive belt goes back on. And what's really nice is this doesn't have power steering, so it's super easy to put your drive belt on and off. So what you want to do is take off this coolant reservoir, put it right here, and I'm going to try to do this without removing the fan. First, let's remove this connector right behind the alternator. All right, it's out. All you want to do is squeeze right here, this little lock, and it comes right out. Let's go ahead and remove our 12mm nut right here. Jeez, that's tight. I'm trying to take off this 12mm nut, and it's really giving me a hard time. Keeps just wanting to spin even though I'm using an impact. All right, looks like I'm just gonna have to remove the alternator with the wire on it. Ah, this sucks. All right, the next step is, if you look at the new alternator, it's literally mounted by 2 bolts, one here and one at the bottom, and I believe they're both 12mm bolts. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that top bolt from the alternator, just right here. It's removed just like that. Set it up there. You know what? I'm actually gonna remove this top plate right here. There's another 12mm right behind it. Okay. All right, the bracket for the alternator is now removed. So the alternator bolt goes right through there. And there's your mounting bolt for the plate. Now the alternator has one more bolt left at the bottom. The fact that I put that key there through the hole on the tensioner, it keeps the tensioner back. Now I can get to my alternator bolt at the bottom. Okay, there is our bottom alternator bolt. Now we just got to play the wiggle game, because we got to wiggle it out. Should be pretty easy. All right, it is actually out. Now we just got to find a way to fish it out of here. Okay, AC lines in the way, kind of. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and remove this harness right here, unclip it. So actually, I cannot get the alternator out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the bracket for the ECM, engine control module. There's a bolt down there, and it's a bolt right here. All right, you know what we're gonna do, guys? We're just gonna remove the PCM. So all right, here is your ECM, ECU, and this is your basically the computer of the car, the brain. And to remove each connector, so it locks in just like that, what you want to do is put your thumb right here, press down and pull towards you, and it'll unlock. And by the way, guys, each connector has a symbol. That's a circle right there, and the other two, this one has a triangle. I don't know if you guys can see it right there, top of my thumb. Triangle, circle, triangle, and the last one is the white one is a square. And if you look above here at the top of each connector, you got square, triangle, and then a circle. So cannot miss, guys. Set that like right there, and I should be able to take out my alternator. Ooh, I was finally got the alternator, that bolt out, so must be easier now. Ugh. Okay. All right, guys, it's finally out. So this alternator has 120,000 miles, and look at the part number, 210-0750, 210-0750, 130 amp, 12 volt. This says remanufactured, made in USA. Oh wow, this is one that's also remanufactured. So this alternator's been replaced before. Huh, interesting. But you can hear that. So as I spin it, you can actually hear it in the car, and it's just much louder when the car is cold. So let me spin a new one for you guys. So much quieter, man. That is how you take out your alternator, guys. So I'm now gonna put it back, and I'm going to return this and get 70 bucks back, and it's going to sound a whole lot better. So just go in reverse order. We're going to go ahead and take this and install it, but you always want to put it side by side to make sure that it's the correct one. And it looks very good to me. It looks very similar, and it should work. And my connectors right here, with connector right there and connector right there. So we're good to go. We're going to install this one and call it a night, guys, because I am so tired. It's like 12 in the morning. Next thing you want to do is line it up with the whole bottom alternator bracket. And try to shove it in there. All right. Now we're gonna put our top bracket back on. All right, so now I can put my connector back on the alternator. All right, you heard that click. That means it's in there. Put the boot back on, just like that. Sorry guys, like I said, I don't have the torque specs for it, and I'm not gonna snug this down too tight. Do it by hand. I'm gonna do this by hand, guys, not too tight. Okay, that's it. Put the boot back on. All right, now we got all our connections in. Everything's bolted down. Just time to put the drive belt back on and my ECM back on, guys. Looks pretty good to me. Make sure the belt is inside your AC compressor pulley and your alternator pulley and your crank pulley. So we look pretty good, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and take off that Allen key. Don't forget to put back your coolant reservoir. Whew. Okay, everything's back, connected, except put back your battery. So positive first, then your negative. All right guys, I got my alternator back in the box. Get my $70 back. I'll ship it back to rockauto.com. And that is how you replace your alternator on a 2010 Acura TL. And I believe that goes for 09s all the way through 2014 Acura TL, guys. So hit that like button, guys. It'll help the channel. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. If you have subscribed, click that button, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Also, I would start it, but it's so late, so I'll just start it up tomorrow and check it out. Make sure all my voltages are good.